both feel the pull, that quiet, undeniable pull toward each other. But neither of you will say it first. Something is already happening between you. Right now. Beneath the silence, beneath the distance, beneath every unsent message and held back word, 5 things are taking place. And not one of them means what you fear it means. You feel it, don't you? That tension that has no name. The way you think of them before you even decide to. The way a song, a place, a moment in the middle of your ordinary day suddenly pulls them back into your mind. And yet neither of you speaks. Neither of you reaches first. There is this invisible wall, and you are both standing right against it. Psychology shows us that this kind of silence is not emptiness. It is not indifference, and it is absolutely not absence of feeling. What you are living right now is one of the most complex emotional experiences 2 human beings can share. Mutual longing with mutual fear, and the fact that you are both holding back does not mean the connection is weak. It means you both care enough to be afraid of losing it. Here is what is actually happening beneath the surface. The first thing happening is that you are both protecting something real. When a connection feels this significant, the fear of ruining it becomes just as powerful as the pull toward it. Psychology calls this approach-avoidance conflict, a state where the closer something matters to you, the more paralyzed you can become. And right now, both of you are caught in it. You hold back not because you don't want to reach out. You hold back because you do. And the thought of reaching out and losing even the possibility of what this could be feels like a risk too great to take. This isn't weakness. This is what happens when something means everything to you. You are not afraid of them. You are afraid of the answer, and so are they. The second thing happening is that your silence is communicating more than any words could. This may surprise you, but research in relational psychology consistently shows that unexpressed emotion does not disappear. It transmits. The way you linger a moment longer than necessary. The way you always seem to be present when they are. The way your body language shifts when they enter a space. None of this is invisible. They are reading you the same way you are reading them. And right now, your silence is saying, I care enough to be careful. That message is landing, even without words, even without you knowing it. The third thing happening is that your nervous system is rewiring around them. When 2 people share an unspoken connection, this intense something neurological takes place. Your brain begins to associate their presence with a heightened state, not just emotionally, but physiologically. Your attention sharpens when they are near. Your thoughts return to them even when you actively try to redirect. This is not imagination. This is your neural pathways forming and deepening around a person who has become, whether you planned it or not, significant. The pull you feel is not weakness. It is biology responding to emotional truth. The fourth thing happening is that you are both waiting for safety, not for certainty. Most people believe that someone doesn't speak first because they don't feel enough. But the opposite is true. You don't speak first because you feel too much. Because this person isn't just anyone, because the stakes, at least inside you, are high. What both of you are searching for is not the guarantee of a perfect outcome. What you are searching for is one sign, one moment of warmth that says, this is safe, this is real, and right now you are both looking for that sign in each other. At the exact same time, from the exact same fear. The universe has a particular way of creating this kind of symmetry. 2 people on the edge of something real, both too afraid to be the first to step forward, both desperately hoping the other one will. The fifth thing happening is that every moment of shared silence is deepening the bond, not dissolving it. This is what no one tells you about unspoken connection. Most people assume that if feelings aren't expressed, they fade. But when the bond is genuine, Silence doesn't weaken it, it concentrates it. Every moment you carry this feeling without saying it, it settles deeper into you. Every glance that lasts a second too long, every conversation that feels like it means more than the words exchanged. These moments are layering. Your connection is not disappearing. It is becoming denser, more rooted, more undeniable to both of you. The longer two people hold something real between them in silence, the more impossible it becomes to pretend it isn't there. And now, after understanding all of this, here is what you need to hear. More than anything else, you deserve to be chosen, not eventually, not in theory, not as someone's backup or second thought. You deserve to be someone's first reach, someone's honest, willing, unafraid reach. Your feelings are not too much. Your longing is not embarrassing. Your silence up until now has not been cowardice. It has been the quiet act of someone protecting something precious. And that says everything about your worth. Your worth does not shrink in silence. Your value is not determined by who speaks first, or who reaches first, or who risks first. The depth of what you carry inside you, the care, the sensitivity, the willingness to feel this deeply, that is not a burden, that is a gift. And anyone who cannot recognize it, anyone who leaves you standing at the edge of something real without ever stepping forward, he has never truly understood what they were holding. You were never the problem. Your feelings were never the problem. Loving this deeply was never your mistake. The people who get to receive your love fully, when you finally give it without fear, are the people who deserve it. And you are already closer to that than you know. If this resonated with something real in you today, please hit that like button. It tells us that this kind of truth is worth sharing. Subscribe to Psychology Wisdom so the next insight finds you before you even knew you were searching for it. And if someone in your life is standing in the same silence right now, share this with them. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can give someone is the feeling that they are not alone.